Hi, good morning. Let me just get this going in the Wild Healers Rising group. It's just going to take a second. All right. Give me a minute. I'm still new to this. I'm excited that you're here. If you can't hear me, there's a button you need to press to turn the speaker on. Okay, where is this? There I am. Okay. Share. Okay. All right. Hey, Elaine. Hi. Nice to see you here. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the second Mojo Monday. Still super nervous. I'm coming to you live from our old house. We just moved out this weekend, and it's too complicated to show you the bird's eye view, but I'm in this totally messy bedroom. But we've hung up this beautiful backdrop because we don't have internet at the new house yet. But anyways, it shouldn't go in and out today because I'm not in the trailer. So hopefully that part will be good. Yeah, so I am excited to share with you today the Freedom Formula. This is the formula that I talked about last week. The formula that was given to me by the business coach I worked with to launch Wild Women Rising, and also the formula that the new business coach I'm working with uses. So it is a tried and true formula to help you either launch your practice from the ground up, or leverage a practice that you already have so that you can have more free time, more income, and impact more people. So this is the formula that helped me launch Wild Women Rising 2 years ago. It also allowed me to open up my schedule, see less individual clients, so that I took 10 weeks of vacation that first year that I launched Wild Women Rising, because of the extra income, and also within that first year of launching that program, I was able to get off insurance panels, raise my rates, and now I'm actually closing down my private practice. I'm no longer accepting individual clients because it's just not worth my time anymore to be working in that format. So let me just make sure that everything's working technically. I believe it is. Let me just pop on over to the Wild Healers Rising page and just make sure everything is going okay. Okay, yeah, it looks good. Yay! Yay, yay, yay. Okay. All right, for some reason it's not showing me who's here, but I'm just gonna trust. I see Emma. But yeah, anyways, I'm just gonna trust that you guys are here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, sorry for the technical difficulties. This is all still new to me. Okay. Hi. All right, so the template that I'm going to be giving you today works no matter where you are at with your practice. It's a great template to help you launch your business for the first time. I'm going to be giving you the formula that's going to help you. Oh, good. Carrie's here. Hi, Carrie. That's going to help you attract. This is the perfect formula for you, Carrie. It's going to help you attract the clients that you're meant to work with, that need your unique medicine that you have, your blend of gifts, and create a transformational program for them. If you want to just start a regular practice without a transformational program, I'll also be giving you the #1 tool to help you fill that practice as fast as possible. And if you have a practice and you want to leverage your time so that you can reach more people, have a bigger impact, and work less and get paid what you were worth, this is also a great formula. It can also help you break free from the dollars per hour box. I'll explain a little bit about what that is. So, if you're a massage therapist, for example, there's kind of a set going rate, or for a therapist in town, there's a set going rate per session. And, for those of you who are starting out, you're like, great, like give me $120 an hour. Awesome. But you will get to a point where, there's a maximum amount you can make, and you have to, to make more, you have to work more. So this is a formula that will allow you to work less, while also reaching more people. And you can continue to raise your rates without reaching that cap. And it's also a great formula for group work. I know it's not a fit for everyone, but I love group work. I just want to put a flag in the ground for anyone who's interested in doing group work. It's so hugely transformative. A lot of the conditioning that we get is cultural and brought to us in groups. And so the best way to overcome it is to do that in a group together. Plus you have all the medicines of everyone in the group, all the wisdom, and you help each other. So I like groups because you can have a much bigger impact. You can reach more people. And I think the healing and the transformation that can happen is more powerful. So this is a great formula for folks who want to run a group, especially a non-conventional group. If you want to not just do a therapy group, if you want to bring in ritual, for instance, that's what I do. I bring in ritual and art and dancing, and but you could blend, yoga with essential oils. You can bring in all the different tools that you have to create a transformational program. So this is a great tool if you want to break out of those kind of boxes as well, of like, okay, I did this yoga teacher training. I guess now I become a yoga teacher, but actually being a yoga teacher would be way less than the job that I'm at that I don't really like. So what do I do with that? Is you can take that yoga teacher training, you can blend it with, guided hikes or Reiki, or just whatever your gifts are, teaching people how to get in touch with their sexuality. You can take all the different things that you do and put them together to make either a transformational group program or a program for individual clients that doesn't pigeonhole you into one particular type of healing. So before we dive into the 5 steps, I want to give you a little bit of some tools. I just looked down. Oh my God, I just have to show you guys this. I just looked down and my sweetheart, I knew I was so nervous, taped this next to the phone. I hope it comes through not backwards. It says, "You got this." What a sweetheart, man. It sure helps to have a supportive partner. Hold on, take a drink of water. Hi, Emma. Such an honor to have you here. Oh, yay, Jen's here too. Hi. God, it really matters to have people watching. It's like when you're in writing school, when they teach you to imagine your ideal audience. That's kind of what I got going on right now. Just you folks who I know are here. Hi, Jen. It makes it so easy to talk to you. And hi, Katie, I saw you too. Yeah, so before we dive in, I just want to let you know that, first of all, have a notebook ready. Last week was all about mindset. This week it's going to be about strategy. So I'm going to be giving you a ton of information. So do everything you can to stay out of overwhelm, because what I'm about to give you in my Wild Healers Rising Emergent program, we take 5 months to do this. And that is accelerated. Like, that's for people who are ready to go, ready to dive in, like, let's get this shit going. We do this in 5 months. So I'm going to be giving this to you in 30 to 40 minutes. So I could do at least 5 Mojo Mondays on every single step here. So take deep breaths. Don't try to dive in and figure out the answers to all of the steps as we go. Just imagine that you are a hawk flying over this big landscape, and you're just checking out the whole landscape today. And you're just going to want to let this all settle. It's going to kind of feel like I just came to your house and just like dumped this huge load of compost on your front lawn, and you're like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with all this? But if you can just handle having that compost there for a while, and just creating some space to let the seeds sprout, that's going to be the best way to capitalize on our time here together, because I'm going to try to, blow the boxes out of your mind of, the templates that you have. I'm going to be giving you this different template that's a lot more expansive. So just let it settle, let stuff come to you in your dreams. Go for a hike with this information. Let it percolate. Hey, Molly. There's no way that you can figure out all the answers today. So just take a lot of deep breaths. Turn the page here. Yeah, and then also be sure to stick around to the end. As usual, I'll be giving you some tangible next steps. So let's get started. Do a quick time check. Okay, good. We're doing great. All right, so step number 1 is figuring out who you're meant to serve. And this isn't necessarily like the one population for the rest of your life. It's who are you meant to serve right now? Sage Levine calls it your divine right client. And the process I use for this is writing down all the struggles you have been through, particularly the ones that you're most proud of, and seeing if there's one of those that you feel ready to guide people through. I like to say, and this is from Sage Levine as well, that your life is the PhD program. So it's not necessarily like, oh, I have my LCSW so I can help people with trauma, or it's more, what have you been through in your life? Because that's what you're going to be able to be a guide for. Another way to think about it too, once you've got all those struggles, is who do you feel excited about working with? Like, it should feel light and kind of giddy in your body, of like, I want to help these people have this transformation. And you're also going to need to think on the practical level about who is investing in personal growth, because it could be that the population that you're excited about working with might either not have money or just not traditionally invest in personal growth or healing kind of work. So you might have to tweak it a little bit until you find some overlap between who you want to work with and who is going to actually commit. And the counterintuitive thing is, as you start to zone in on who you want to work with, You would think like the broader is the better, like, let me just keep my doors wide open. But actually, the more you niche down, it's called, the more you micro niche, the more you get particular about who exactly it is you want to work with, the more momentum you'll get. But it's still, if you're working locally, it's, it still needs to be a broad enough population that people are coming. Yeah. And another thing is you want it to like pass the face test, they say, of, if you tell someone this is who I work with, does a face come to mind for that person? So again, this is something we spent a whole month on, and even that can feel rushed. So take some deep breaths and just, let it percolate about who is it that you might want to work with. And so step 2 is very much tied into step 1, and that's figuring out the journey that you're meant to guide at this time. And it's probably a struggle that you have been through, that you feel proud of, that you feel ready to guide people through. And you don't have to have all your stuff figured out. I hope that that's really abundantly clear, that you just need to be a few steps ahead. And oftentimes those are the most powerful ones, because you've just come through it. You've got a lot of energy around it, and that's all you need, is to be a few steps ahead. And then so for the transformational journey, I think a 6-month journey is a great starting place. So what I'm talking about is creating a 6-month program. It could be a group program, or if you're just starting out, it could be just a program that you take individual clients through. So again, this is breaking free from the box. So instead of when you sign up an individual client saying like, hey, come for a session or 2, and then maybe they come back or they don't, it's this whole process where you get them to commit to a 6-month journey, and they're committing to the transformation that you're offering them. So again, this can be in a group, or it can be just individual work with you, but you're going to be adding ingredients, so it's not just individual sessions. You can include things like writing assignments, or maybe you send them videos of daily yoga exercises. In Wild Women Rising, we do Soul Sister sessions. I give the women recipes for basically therapy coaching sessions with each other, and then they meet up with each other and trade sessions. I also do, I give audio guided visualizations. I know people who do email contact, coaches who give writing prompts every day over email, or, are just available that way. I don't personally really like doing that, but it's just like, it's what do you like doing, and what are the ingredients that you're going to need to offer in order to help people get to that transformation. You're also going to want to think about it's sort of like the arc of the journey. In the Wild Healers Rising Immersion program, we do, it's almost like you go into a trance state where you think about, where is the person when they start the journey? What are they feeling? What are they experiencing? And then you go to like, where are they at the end of the journey? What has transformed for them in their life? What has shifted? What has opened up? And then you go back and you figure out month 1, what is the journey for month 1? What is that first step? And then you repeat that for month 2, month 3, month 4, month 5. And then you fill in, what's the how? How am I going to get them there? So you can see it's really fun and creative process. I know it might feel a little overwhelming right now, but you get to create whatever you want with this. Let's see. Yeah. All right. Are you ready for next step 3. I'm going to do another quick time check. Okay, great. I think we're doing great. All right, so step 3 is get in front of people and be generous. So again, there's a lot in this. I don't know if for any of you, when I said get in front of people, usually a lot of stuff comes up, so I'm asking you to, specifically what I'm asking for is you're going to be creating an introductory workshop that gives people a taste of you, essentially. It's a taste of your program. It's a chance to be with you. But you're also, you're going to market yourself. If you're a healer, you're basically marketing yourself. So there's a whole lot of mindset work to get all the ego and the gremlins, all that stuff that comes up around visibility and self-promotion out of the way. So this is, again, 5 Mojo Mondays on this one alone. And actually next Monday, we're going to be working on this, on those gremlins that come up that tell you to stay small. They're trying to keep you safe. They're scared of the unknown. They're scared of what comes with being big, the responsibility. But you're going to need to overcome that to be the healer that you want to be. So step 3 is all about getting in front of people, to saying, hey, I have something to offer and it's so great. I just want to give it away. And authentically, you'll probably feel this way on some level of like, I just want to share this journey with you. So come out and play with me. And people are going to start seeing you as an authority, and you're broadcasting on the physical level, with your Facebook events, with your flyers, with your emails that you send out to anyone who might be interested or loves you on the physical level, but you're also broadcasting on a spirit level of, hey, I'm ready. I'm stepping into leadership. I am stepping into being a guide. And people will answer the call. Every time I've done this, there's always somebody right away who's perfect. And it's not like the whole journey's perfect. I'm not saying that. But there's usually someone who steps in right away to kind of reassure me of like, oh, okay, I'm on the right path. I put out the call and someone heard me. So you're stepping into leadership. And so with this feminine, soulful sales model that I like to teach, it's all about generosity. And charging what you're worth so that you can continue to be generous. So you're going to be offering these free workshops to fill your practice. And it's the fastest way to fill your practice. Even if you want to just, do the regular dollars per hour thing, like screw this transformational journey. Let me just do like a standard practice. I just want clients. I still highly recommend doing this step because you're going to attract the clients that are right for you. And it's the fastest way to fill your practice. Typically, you'll convert about 10 to 30% of the room with live speaking events. Live speaking events or workshops. Hold on, sip of water. Because you're building relationships with people, and there's so much information when you're with somebody in person, right? They can try you on and say like, oh my God, I feel in my body that he or she is the right guide for me. Yeah. What else do I want to say about that? Yeah, and you're going to be gaining exposure around town. Yeah, I see Jen says repeat step 2. Step 2 was figure out the journey that you're meant to guide. Step 1 is who you're meant to guide, and step 2 is the journey. And you can always go back and listen to this after the fact. It'll still be on the Wild Healers Rising group page and on my business page on Facebook. Yeah, so you're being generous, you're giving people a taste, and you're just letting them know, there's more where this came from if you want to take another step with me. So step 4, Kelsey, hey Kelsey. Step 4, I'm excited. I just came up with this way of describing it this morning, which I love. And step 4, I'm calling it, become a powerful bridge. And this is mastering the art of sales, which in my model is getting people to say yes to their dreams. You're selling people on commitment to the transformation. Okay, so what this looks like in the physical plane is at the end of that free workshop, you're going to offer what's called a discovery session. And it's another free opportunity to take the work deeper. So certain people who come to your workshop are going to feel called to want to go further with you. And so you're offering them another step, and that is a 30-minute to 60-minute call where you go deeper into the possibility of what they're wanting, the transformation that they're wanting, helping them really feel like, wow, this actually might be possible. And they probably will feel that because you have been through the journey that you want to guide them on. So you're role modeling what it's like to be on the other side of that journey. Not perfection, because there's always another journey. But this journey you know something about. So they're going to feel like, wow, she's been through this journey, or he's been through this journey. This person can guide me. And it's amazing to help people feel into that possibility. And you're also going to be helping them get in touch with how stuck they really are. Because, saying yes to a journey like this requires quite a bit of commitment. And it's not usually the kind of thing you can do on your own or do half-hearted. So in order to make the commitment of their time and their money, and overcoming all the fear, all the internal obstacles, part of what's going to help get them there is getting in touch with the pain. Like, what's the pain of being stuck where they are? And what's going to happen a year from now if they haven't made this commitment? You want to get them in touch with the price of not saying yes to this journey. And then you're going to be telling, then, at the end of that call, you'll give them a warning, that you're going to be offering something at the end of the call. So it's not a total surprise. At the end of the call, you're going to outline the steps of your journey and make another offer of like, hey, if they feel like a fit, hey, I'd like to take you on this journey with me. And then there's a lot, of course. I can do another couple Mojo Mondays just on this part of the call alone where you're making a paid offer at that point, and that can be really freaky. So I like to give a lot of training around that to help you really stand in your values, stand in your worth, because it's important to charge a good amount of money. And you can always offer scholarships. What a good amount of money is varies from person to person. There was a time in my life where $100 was like, what's $1,000 to me now, But it's important to charge a lot of money. One, because you will show up 100%. You can't prioritize this work if you're not getting well paid. And then the thing about this call is like, when people pay, they pay attention. And that's what I've noticed is, I've been leading people to do the stuff I do in Wild Women Rising you know, I've been trying to do this stuff with my women's group, with my friends, and, you know, like people kind of do it. But when I do it in Wild Women Rising, because these women have committed their time and their money and they have found their yes, people just like, the transformation that I have seen these women go through is just blows my mind because they commit. So that's what this call is about. And people say they, you know, they hate the sales part of, you know, being a healer and whatnot, but I love it because that call is so magical. And so I'm going to come back to the bridge part. You are a bridge between, you know, where people are now in the kind of more stuck, mundane place and this more evolved, bigger place that they're trying to get to. You know, it's all about, like, you know, we all have these comfort zones, and then you help expand it through mindset and growth and overcoming fear. And there's always another expansion, you know? But I mean, what a profound calling that you get to be in this position where you help people do that. Wow, there's not a whole lot that's more powerful than that. I mean, childbirth and saving the planet and all that, but it's all tied together. So that's what this call is about, is helping people overcome all the fear, all that shit in this one phone call, helping them make that commitment and then getting a down payment. Because once you get that down payment, they're committed. So there's something sacred about the money because that's the commitment is with that. So that's step 4. And then step 5 is, let's just take a deep breath because I've just gone over so much so far. So go ahead. Maybe do a little wiggle. Okay. So step 5 is the fun part. Step 5 is becoming a powerful guide. Step 5 is, you know, you've got your tribe and you lead them on the journey. And it's really the fun part. I mean, the first time I went through Wild Women Rising, it was so nerve-wracking. Like, everything that seems so easy to me now, like reaching out to the yoga studios to see if I could have my workshop there. I just remember pacing in the alleyway behind my office, like, what do I say? What do I say? Everything was so nerve-wracking every step of the way. And then I remember just feeling like, oh my God, and it's never going to end. Then I have to actually, like, do this group that's 6 months long. Like, when is this going to end? When am I going to get a break? And my coach said, no, you get to do the group. And I didn't get it until, you know, maybe it was like midway through that first group. And I was having so much fun because I was doing exactly what I wanted to do with exactly the people I wanted to do it with. And it's creative. And the first time through, we talked about this last time, it's going to be a little bit harder because it's probably going to be on top of whatever you've got going now, on top of your, you know, full-time job, on top of your full-time practice, you know, because the money's not going to come in instantly. But it is such a good investment because then you can run this program again. You're going to already have the content. You're going to already have the formula. And you're going to have a hell of a lot more confidence. You can get some testimonials from people the first time through. And when you're describing the program the second time through, you're going to know that it's transformational. So it's totally worth it. And you'll make a lot more money probably the second time through. You know, the first time through, really, you're getting paid enough to prioritize this and to create the program. And then you can just keep doing it again and again, and growing it if you want. So I'm sure you have a million questions. I'm sorry I haven't figured out how to use Zoom to go into Facebook Live so I can answer questions, but that's coming. I'm going to figure out that technology. Feel free to, if you have a simple, short, clear question, feel free to post that on the Wild Healers Rising page, and I'll try to answer it. And then I'll just be going into all of these steps as we in different Mojo Mondays. So next Mojo Monday is about overcoming the gremlins, how to deal with those gremlins, because they are always there. I had gremlins around this again today, Facebook Live. It's just anytime you do something new, they show up. Okay, so Lori asks, how do you verbalize step 5? I call step 5 becoming a powerful guide. It's most commonly known as fulfillment. You're fulfilling on what you've got people to commit to. Then you make sure you goddamn make sure you fulfill on that, because they have committed their time and money, which, is the most valuable things we have. I mean, money is time, so time's the most valuable thing. Lisa Mann Fisher says, love your generosity. Thank you so much. All right, so maybe do a little shoulder nod. Remember what I said at the beginning of the call. This is just compost. This is just the bird's eye view. Let all of this settle. I know my process is, after I learn a lot of new things, it's like, oh my God, I feel like I have to implement them right away. And I'm already in the middle of implementing something else. And oh my God, other people are already doing this. But then, a few days later, I'll be out walking, or I'll just wake up and a seed will have sprouted of like, oh, I could lead people on this journey, or like, oh, how, just a creative idea. So just let this be compost and see what grows from it. All right, next steps. All right. The best next step you can take is to join me this coming Saturday, if you're local, at Akasha Yoga, 1:30 to 3:30. I will be leading a free workshop. It's 2 hours long, and we'll be going into more of all of this, and we'll be doing it together. So there's nothing like being with people live in a room together who are trying to do the same thing you're trying to do. There's going to be a wealth of wisdom in that room. There's going to be a wealth of medicine in that room, excitement. And so come join me and join this tribe to play on Saturday, 1:30 to 3:30, Akasha Yoga. I'd love to see you guys there. Oh, that's me doing step 3, by the way. You can, Lori says, where's Akasha? You can look it up. It's in Davis on F and 2nd Street, but just, you've spelled it right. Just go ahead and type that in. Or go to my website. I've got the address there. Or go to Wild Healers Rising or my Facebook business page. There's a flyer there with a link you can connect to find out exactly where it is. And then another next step would be, you could work a little bit on step 1 that I mentioned, which is, Evie's here. Hi, Evie. Trying to figure out who you're meant to serve. So if you want to go ahead and get started, find some time and write out all of the struggles that you have been through in your life that you are most proud of. Just list them out. And then pick one that you feel some energy around writing about, and then write about that struggle. And then see if you have energy around guiding people on that struggle. So that's the first step. And I hope to see you Saturday, and also hope to see you guys next week. Thank you so much for showing up here today. I love giving people this because this formula rocked my life. Yeah, I'm doing exactly what I want to do with the schedule I want to do it in. There's endless opportunities for growth and expansion. There's endless opportunities for creativity. I have so much more time to be inspired and be creative. Yeah, and the more healers we have who are empowered, the more change we can make on this planet. Yeah. So let's heal. Let's do the healing. We need the healing. So please do what you can to get out of your own way, because we need you. And I love my mentor, Sage Levine, says, you know, your clients are waiting for you. They're not waiting for someone like you. They're waiting for you in particular, because you have a unique blend of medicine that nobody else has. So don't tell yourself, oh, there's plenty of other people doing this. No, nobody's going to do it in exactly the way that you are. So please do the work to get out of your own way so you can get your gifts out there. Yeah. So thank you for showing up so I get to do this work. Carrie says she'll see me on Saturday. Oh, I sure hope so, Carrie. I would love to have you there. All right. Love you guys, and I'll see some of you Saturday, and hopefully the rest of you next Monday.